I need y'all to stop going and getting into relationships when y'all are damaged and broken because I done seen quite a few videos, but one actually kind of took me out because I had very high expectations. And somebody would say, well, why are you setting expectations? Because you did. You put it out there for everybody to consume. And we all bought in. We understood. We watched. And for it to end the way it ended, it was like we were watching TV, like watching a reality show that ends abruptly and it ends on a cliffhanger. And it's like, wait, what the fuck? Like, why is this, right? And I'm trying to say it in the most peaceful and respectful way I can possibly say it because it needs to be said because I feel like both parties are really good, genuine people, and it's just from the optics that I've seen. But if you're going to go and put your relationship out there in the public, you're going to get public criticism. Number one. Number two, everything ain't for everybody, and your relationship shouldn't be for people. You shouldn't be doing it for show. But if you are, this is what you're gonna get. But ultimately, what I'm attempting to say is like, if you aren't ready for a relationship, stop going and promoting your happiness because you just haven't been happy in a while. Does that make sense? Like, the way I'm saying this, somebody be like, "Damn, he's being an asshole. Damn, he's doing too much. He's saying too much." And sometimes y'all be giving us too much. This too. It's not even ammunition. You're giving us too much to actually take in that don't make sense because you're in love one week and then you got turmoil another week. Some things is better just like, you know what? Leave it off of here. Leave it off these platforms. Seriously. And we want the best for you. Regardless if you are a friend, you are a peer, you just like some public figure that is just telling us about your relationship. That's cool. But it when it goes bad because we all know about it. We seen the happy days. We seen you smiling. We seen you going on these trips and loving on each other and being on each other. And that's fine. But there are a lot of people who are damaged and trying to get into these relationships and it's ugly. It's ugly business. It's not it ain't cool. And all I ask is for you to fix you before you get into a relationship. Now somebody will say, "Well, Greg, what about you?" Trust me. The only reason I say this is because I had to be fixed. When I say had to be fixed, I had to go to therapy, had to go and figure it out, had to figure out that I was the problem in a lot of relationships that I was in. And somebody say a lot, how many were you in? Trust me, I've had my whole phase. And I treat the whole phase like a big ass relationship. And a lot of that shit failed. But ultimately, what I'm attempting to say is like, everything ain't for us to see. And when you're going and masquerading your relationship like it's the greatest one you've ever had, we treating it the same way. Like, yo, like we love seeing this person happy. We love seeing her or him happy. And then when all of a sudden it just abruptly stops and it's like, oh, it's their fault. It's not mine. It's like, is it? Is it? Because this ain't the first time. It's not the second time. We've seen you in multiple relationships, and it's always the other person's problem. It's always them. And it's like, yo, where's the personal accountability? Where's the you in the circumstance? Where's the, not even, it's your fault. It's, where's the accountability? It was us. We didn't work. And I see a lot of people who are always saying it's them. No, it's both of y'all. Y'all both kind of fucked up. Y'all both don't get it. Y'all didn't work together. It looked good. It just didn't work. I was that way once upon a time when I was like, yo, you know what? Like, I thought this was going to be what it was. And it wasn't what it was because I was lying. I was lying to the people and I was lying to myself. It's just a fact. But self accountability needs to happen for both men and women alike. I see too many people out here sitting here acting like they shit is sweet, and it really ain't. It really ain't. Like, you don't like the person that you are. You like the person that you're with that makes you who you think you are. And it don't work that way. Just because you're in a relationship don't mean you're a completely different person or you should be another person. Yes, you should evolve and you should become the person that you are. There's a difference there. But there are definitely too many people who are treating the relationships that they're in like, oh, like this is who I was always meant to be. No, you need to figure out who the fuck you are before you go and get in these relationships because the person that you are with that person is the person that you were groomed to be. So if you end up being an ain't shit person, a piece of shit at the end of that relationship, and you weren't before, it's like, oh, that's learned behavior. That's taught behavior. That's taught behavior. That's some shit that you learned through that process. That's just not cute. That's just not fun. Like, nobody wants to see that. But ultimately, I want people to be happy. I want people to be content in their relationships. I want people to, number one, focus on not trying to just put it out on social media like we the happiest. Like it's just always happy days. It's always gonna be like sweet. It's not, yo. Like relationships are not a fucking joke. Like there's gonna be some shit that you shouldn't go out and be like, oh, like it's not for social media. And regardless of how good your relationship is, I tell people all the time, like, yo, like me, like, no, I had to stop putting shit out there. I had to because it wasn't that home isn't happy. It was just more so it's like, yo, like I'm not doing this for us. I'm doing it for you. Like, what the fuck you need to see everything for? Like, I don't know you. I'll be looking at my numbers of like people I follow and people who follow me. I'm like, yo, like half the people I ain't never met, and the people I have met, they know. They know, like, 'cause their relationships and shit like that are what they are, and nobody judges them for that. But when we get on these social medias and we start trying to perpetrate like everything is sweet, it ain't. It ain't. Y'all be posting at 2 o'clock happy. By 10 o'clock, you be mad. Mad and arguing. That shit is ugly. Don't nobody give a fuck. Don't nobody care. But ultimately, what we want you to do is before you start getting into these relationships and acting like shit is happy and it's just like the perfect thing, I need you to fix you. A lot of people's expectations are not meeting their efforts, yo. When I see people having all the requirements of what they want from somebody, it's like, yo, you want somebody who can cook and clean. You don't even take out the motherfucking trash. What? What? Oh, I need a woman that does this. I need a woman who does that. And it's like you need a mom? You need a mother figure. That's what the fuck you want that. You want a mommy figure. That's cool. That's the girl you sleeping with though. That ain't your mother. And I ain't even gonna speak on the women because you know how these videos get. And I'm not doing the podcast shit where it's like, okay, this is what women should do. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I think a lot of men need to fix themselves before they get into relationships with women. I think a lot of women need to actually hear the representative of men that they start to court before they date them. It is so simple. It is so fucking simple. It ain't even that deep. It ain't even that hard. The fact that I'm 7 minutes into a video giving you common sense shit, it actually make me feel like them podcast clips y'all see where it's like the man and the woman talking. It's like, oh, well, the man makes a logical statement, the woman makes a logical statement, and then here comes somebody, regardless of the gender, regardless who, just says the most outlandish shit. And you're like, oh my God, like they were having a civil conversation. Here come this dickhead right here, right? Madness. But I guess just to get to the gist of it and get to the end of this video, because again, I've talked too long. Like, I need people to fix themselves before they get into a situation that can't be fixed, which is a relationship. You can't fix a relationship. You can grow in a relationship. You can't fix it, though. Once that relationship is broken, that shit is broken. It's not a relationship. That is you and another person cohabitating and being together, knowing good and damn well y'all are not happy. That shit's not cute. That shit's not fun at all. So again, fix you before you get with somebody else, because again, you fixing yourself as a representative of somebody else doesn't make you a better person. That just makes you a fraud. It makes you be somebody you ain't. That makes you somebody that you are not. That makes you the person that you think that person wants to be with, knowing good and damn well you wouldn't want to be with you because you know that ain't you. Go seek help. Go get therapy. Like Michael Jordan, that fucking video. Like, go get some help. Like, it's okay. Do the work. Do the work on you. That way, the person that you with, they can't make any excuses because you came to them ready. You came to them ready. That's all I ask, man. Y'all be safe out here, because streets is ugly. These fucking dating apps dying. People talking about they don't go to Cheesecake Factory. They don't know what they're going to do in their real lives and stuff like that. They got all these expectations, laundry list of the things that they want from men and women. And it's like, yo, but who are you? Who are you? And who are you presenting yourself to? Do you want to be with me, or do you want to be with yourself? Ask yourself that question. If you want to be with yourself, if you want to be the representative of you and be the best you need to know who the fuck you are. Because a lot of y'all don't. I didn't know who I was once upon a time. You know what made me wake up? You want to know the definitive answer? The reason why I woke up is because I was sleeping on way too many people. I was going and giving them a lot of representatives of who Greg was. And I had to go and apologize to quite a few people because, honestly, I wasn't shit. You know what made me stop not being shit? Therapy. And a lot of y'all need it. And if you don't need therapy, don't go to your friends. Just go get therapy. And if you don't need therapy, go get therapy anyway, because a lot of y'all need it. That's it. But fix yourself, man. Fix yourself before you go and present yourself to somebody else. Because trust me, when they find out the real you, they're going to hate it. And their relationship is doomed at that point. Peace, y'all.